The Pupils Committee. How does it work? According to an official document, the Pupils Committee is a group of students that represent all the pupils of its school. It is a non-profit organization, democratically elected by the students, independent and recognized by the school community. Their main tasks include, but aren't limited to, the organization of school events such as Euronight and representing the students before the administration. In the beginning of the year, there is the so-called electoral board. This is a group of students from the previous PC who were elected to form a sort of transitional PC. Their role is to organize the PC elections and hold the first few meetings with class representatives. At one of these meetings, they will announce the date of the general PC elections. It is absolutely crucial that the class reps spread this information since anyone can apply. As a side note for the class reps, you have the right to take 5 minutes off your lesson to talk to your classmates. The general PC election usually takes place mid to late September. The election is very important as this is where all class reps get to vote for who should join the PC and thereby represent all the pupils of the European School Luxembourg II. At the election, all class reps will get a list with the applicants. Each one of the brave students on this sheet will hold a 2-minute speech, usually on why they wish to join the PC and what they want to do. After that, it is up to the listeners to elect the new members of the Pupils Committee. For example, if the PC should be made up of 21 students and there are 3 students on the electoral board, you can give your vote to 18 people. It is important to keep in mind that as class rep you stand for the opinion of your classmates and you should vote for those candidates they would find best. Once this is done, the newly elected PC members will be contacted. Together with the electoral board members, they now form the new Pupils Committee. The only thing that is left to do now is to see what each person does. This is decided in the first PC meeting, the so-called internal election. Here, each PC member will hold a short speech and try to convince the others to vote them into a certain position. This also counts for former PC members, as they aren't guaranteed to keep their position. Here are the different positions you can run for. Let's start with the president. The president is the one in charge of the PC. Basically, he is supposed to take care that things are going smoothly. Thereby, he is involved in everything that happens within the committee. This requires a lot of dedication and time and, in difficult phases, leadership qualities. Optimally, the president has been part of the PC already and is full of ideas to make the school a better place. These may sound like hard criteria, but let me assure you, the experience you will make as president are definitely worth it.
The vice president helps the president to fulfill their duties. For example, if the president is absent and therefore can't come to a meeting, the vice president will be in charge of the meeting. The vice president is an excellent position if you wish to become the president the following year. But it is a demanding position and you need to be committed.
The Leisure Committee is there for organizing many different and fun events for the school. This can range from S1 to S3 discos to 16+ parties. It consists of 5 individuals and 1 head of leisure who makes sure that everything runs smoothly within the committee. They are also responsible for going to different venues to book them for upcoming events, making sure all the decorations are bought and everything is well taken care of during them as well. Being part of leisure also enables you to make many more friends as we work very closely with Lux 1 students.
The members of the Conseil Committee are the ones who represent the students at our meetings with the administration and the canteen. It is at these meetings where students' proposals are put forward and we can actually improve and change things within the school.
The internal committee is the perfect position for someone who wants to join the PC and help out, but doesn't have the time to involve themselves as much as others. They help to set up the discos and other events, whilst their main jobs come down to taking minutes at the PC meetings, booking rooms, creating and hanging up posters, and attending library meetings. Additionally, the internal committee members are also called on to sort out anything that needs to be done within the PC. That's why it's called internal.
Each of the European schools' pupils committees has 2 members who represent the school in COSUP. COSUP, which stands for Conseil Supérieur des Élèves, is the official representative body of the secondary pupils in the entire European school system. COSUP represents the common aims, policies and visions of the pupils. These common interests are mainly concerned with the decisions taken by the Board of Governors, which affect the school life. At least 4 abroad meetings are held during a school year with the permission of the Secretary-General of the European Schools to discuss and debate different topics within the European school system. Representatives must be aged minimum 15 as of the first meeting, typically the beginning of October each school year.
The 2 treasurers take care of the PC finances, meaning that they have to pay close attention to all the transactions, profit, and expenses. They take part in ticket sales, playing a key role as they're the ones who record the number of tickets sold and money received. One of the treasurers needs to be 18 plus at the time of elections, as that person will be the PC's account holder. They also participate in leisure meetings.
The PR members are responsible for the communication between the students and the PC. They take care of all social media, inform students about upcoming happenings, and respond to the students' questions. If a person from another position needs information or suggestions from the students to do their job, the PR will easily get in contact with the students and collect their opinions.
The IT member takes care of everything related to IT. His or her main task is to take care of the PC website. As we are using WordPress as our content management system, you should of course be familiar with that. Any additional knowledge concerning CSS, PHP and JavaScript, domains, web hosting, DNS and etc. will be very helpful.
The Eco-Rep is in charge of everything related to environmental issues in our school, such as making the school greener. It is a very interesting role and will be even more interesting in the future.
With this being sorted, the PC can now go after its tasks and try to make school life better. The PC members will meet up once a week to talk about current affairs and catch up on what is happening. If possible, they should also hold meetings with class reps on a regular basis. At the end of the year, there will be one more election, the Electoral Board. This is where the PC members from S7 vote upon who should form the transitional PC and pave the way for the next year's Pupils Committee. And then, we're back to the start again.